Hello, everyone. Just want to make sure you guys can hear me okay. I don't think I have these things set to the right setting, but we're just going to roll. Oops. Better turn the volume down on my other device. Hello, Mother. Hello, Kay. Hello, Peggy. Hello, Brenda. Nice to see you guys pop in here. Welcome. Yeah, I don't think I have the noise cancellation thing turned off on these, and I don't know how to mess with them. So hopefully, I don't remember what you push. Maybe I'm not even in the right one. I don't know. He said you have to like push on the headphone, but I don't know how to work it. But there was some, it cancels the noise, but I don't know. I know my fan's going. Is my fan driving you guys nuts? Can you hear the fan? Hello, Frida. Hello, Florence. So I'm hoping the fan because hello, Paula. Hello, Magna. So hopefully the fan is not making too much crazy noise in these headphones. Hopefully you guys are just hearing me and it is actually canceling it out. I don't know. I don't know too much about these things, but I do know that they don't fit in my ears very well. So I'm constantly messing with them, which drives me absolutely nuts. Hello, Lois. Look, see, I got your name right. I've been practicing. Hello, Cheryl. So you're saying nope. So are you saying nope that you can't hear the fan? See, this thing is falling out of my ear. So that is one of my major flaws in life is I was born with these super super tiny ear canals and it runs in my family, which is just super nuts. So me trying to wear headphones is kind of like trying to stick a basketball in a hose. It just nothing stays no matter how tiny. He's got the tiniest little ear things on these and they keep falling out because they don't create that suction within my ears because they don't fit in far enough to stay into my ears. Okay, you guys can't hear the fan. Woohoo! That's awesome. I like it. That was the whole point of wearing these ding dong looking things. But, anyways, so I've got some news to discuss with you guys today. I have had quite a few people ask me about switching teams. Okay, now I would never, ever, ever take anybody from anyone's team. That's not what we're here for. We are all doing the same thing. We're all here for the same purpose. But I also understand that you have to use washi tape to keep them in. I know I would have to like wrap it around my head, right? Use duct tape. Um, so I understand that having a supportive team leader is key. I get it. And some of you out there, it's not even a matter of that your team leader is not supportive. Sometimes your team leaders are no longer active with Stampin' Up. And now you have flipped to being under, hello, Christine. You have flipped now that you're under Stampin' Up. You don't really have a team leader at this point. So we were kind of talking about it in our last team meeting, and it was kind of brought up, which made a lot of sense. And I didn't really even think of it this way. So my team leader, which you guys know, is Kelly Atchison, and she is a freaking rock star. She's amazing. And one of the perks being on my team is not only do you get the perks from her because you would be directly under me, um, you also get the perks that I provide to you guys as well. So it's kind of a double whammy, I guess you might say, that you get kind of two bangs for your buck. So I always make sure that you guys are aware of what's going on. And then when we have like our team meetings, those are put on by Kelly. And one of the other cool things about being on my team is that we also have a collaboration with three of our big team leaders. So we have some of our things that are collaborated. We have Dina Rico, which is with the Creativity Cave. We also have Barb Mulliken, which is Barb Stamps. And then I have Kelly Atchison. So they all three are collaborated as being part of team leaders for us. So we have certain perks that being a part of my team, you get support from them as well. So it's kind of a win-win situation, like seriously. And so I'm not trying to brag and boast about that, but I do want you guys to know that, like I said, it was brought up in this last, our What's Up Wednesday question and answer. And it was brought up, hello, Kathleen, that it is much more beneficial for you guys that are demonstrators. And if you're wanting to have support, or you're wanting to not even be a business builder, but you are just wanting to reach out to some of your family and friends and maybe just have classes with them, maybe once a month, or you just want, something, it is much more beneficial to not stay continuing along as a demonstrator where you're at. I know you get your discount and all that kind of stuff, but is it really worth having that discount? And all you would have to do is you would have to go 90 days without your discount. So if there's still product that you can't live without during that 90 days, you would then just buy product from whoever you're going to sign up under. Now, I know that seems kind of counterintuitive, but in all honesty, to have support is well weighs out the discount that you would be missing out on for just those 90 days. Unless you are an avid every week shopper, you're constantly in there buying things, and so your benefit or your discount is really something that you have to have. Okay, I guess you have to kind of weigh it out at that point. But I truly believe that having support of a team leader is key. I mean, we're all here, doing the same struggle, and we're all wanting, we all have questions. We want answers, and it's really hard to always have to call Stampin' Up when you want more of that personal touch, I guess you might say. So I just wanted to give that kind of a little talk through with you guys so you do understand about switching teams. Now, that being said, if you have already had a team leader and you have dropped out of being a Stampin' Up demonstrator, but you want to go back, do know that you do not have to wait at any point in time. That once you have fallen off and are not making your quarterly minimum, you can always join back up at any point in time back underneath the demonstrator that you or your team leader that you have already been with. So that is a no waiting situation. It's just if you want to switch teams, that's when you will have to wait. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Sheila. So, thank you so much, Nancy, for sharing that. Oh, I love it. I so need your support too. That's amazing. Okay, so I really wanted to get that out there because I do have people messaging me and asking me that they want to switch to my team, but they know that they're going to have to lose their discount for a little bit. And that's kind of one of those things. Oh, and another thing that I might mention, depending on how long of a time frame that you're going to want to take this into consideration as well, depending on how long of a time frame that you've been a Stampin' Up demonstrator, you will start all over again. So thank you, Kay, for sharing. So if you've been with Stampin' Up as a demonstrator for 20 years and you are at a silver elite status, then you probably are not going to want to lose that. But unless you know that once you have a strong team to back you, that you can, go right back up, very quickly in the ladder. Okay. But I truly believe that if you are struggling where you're at, then you need to fix it. That's just kind of where I'm going to leave it. Okay. So a couple of other things in the month of August, we've got quite a few birthdays coming up. And I love to have you guys join my Pink Barn Stampers group. That is my personal, that is a page for you guys as my followers to go in there and share your cards or your scrapbook layouts or whatever it is that you're working on to give us all a little bit of that that crafting mojo, because some of us lose it, myself included. Sometimes, like this last week, I have been in such a funk as far as making cards that my juices just were not flowing at all. So I was really searching Pinterest long and hard and trying to come up with things for everything that I have going on right now, because it is the beginning of the month. So I've got to create class cards that I have for my in-person class. I've got to make the swap cards that I actually just got in the mail, or actually in the envelope. They're going to go out in the mail tomorrow. So there's just a lot of things in the beginning of the month going on for me. And so over on that Pink Barn Stampers group, in the featured section, which is at the top of right underneath my graphic, it'll say, what does it say? Something, when's your birthday? So all you have to do is go in there, add your birthday to it, and then we give a big shout out on your day to you. And so everybody comes in and says happy birthday to you. I just think it's kind of fun. It lets you know that you are special and that you are thought about. So August, we've got quite a few birthdays. Um, Also, I do want to mention that I am going to be using the tree lot dies tonight, which is one of our celebrations items. Um, but as soon, like earlier today, when I was looking through our inventory status reports, I realized that they are no longer available. So I already had the card created. It is a beautiful card. I really want, well, I haven't created it yet. You guys are going to kind of be helping along with me. But I already have this idea in my mind how I want it to look. Hello, Marcia. Hello, Stacy. So I'm going to need your guys' help to make this card, but that's okay. But I just wanted to let you guys know that it is no longer available. They will not be bringing those back. So that's one of the things about celebrations items, is they are kind of a first come, first serve. Once they're gone, they're gone. Now, that being said, I did realize that the set that was the Wonderful World set, which is that paper and that beautiful stamp set, which is earned for free with the $100 purchase, that has actually came back and is available now. And my only assumption is because, thank you, Marcia, for sharing. My only assumption is because we make our stamp sets in-house. We have our own warehouse that our stamps are made right there. And since we can do that, maybe that's one of the reasons why they decided to make more of those and make those available. But I do know currently that the tree lot dies are done. Hello, Angie. Hello, Kathy. And the pool party and soft seafoam cards and envelopes are gone as well. So you can kind of mark those off out of your catalog. But when I flip you guys around, I'm going to show you a part of the promotion that just got better, and it starts tomorrow. Now, I will be shooting out an email if you are a part of my newsletter. I do not have confirmation that this promotion is running. It kind of got released a little bit early, and we're kind of still waiting. It has been said that this promotion is going to drop in tonight's news. So the way Stampin' Up works is every Tuesday we get an update, like a news update, and that's when they refresh our news for the week. So supposedly it is supposed to come out tonight, and it is supposed to be opened for all of us to be able to share with you guys. But since it was released a little bit early to some people, and we are now seeing the flyer kind of floating Hello, Patty. How are you? I hope you guys are safe back east there. I've been hearing that the weather is like crazy insane. I've been watching, what is it, Kansas, Kentucky? I don't know. I get those two K states messed up, and the flooding that they are having is absolutely horrendous, and it breaks my heart. Like, we were actually laying in bed and I was watching news, and I normally don't watch the news because it really kind of affects me and makes me depressed. Look, I'm already kind of tearing up just thinking about it, but um, there was this family that they lost all four of their young children. And that breaks my heart because my kids are my life. And so, okay, I'm not going to do this. So, anyways, I pray for you all who live back east and who live in those states and who are dealing with that crazy weather back there. We do have monsoons here, but I mean, I guess ours can be crazy, but we know when they're coming. We know when to expect them. Not like that when it just hits you guys all of a sudden and it creates that crazy kind of devastation. So, okay, we're moving on. God, I'm such a sappy old lady, I swear. I'm telling you, I really think menopause is kicking in because even though I do live here in Tucson, Arizona, and it is very sweaty hot, I always say my joke is it is 100 and hell degrees here, like no joke. But lately it has been very kind of humid because we are in the full swing of our monsoon season. I've been sweating like, and I know pigs don't sweat, but you know the saying, sweating like a pig. So I'm truly believing that I am dealing with some menopausal things going on here. So thank you, Peggy, for sharing. Um, so again, we are going to move on so I don't shed any more tears. So again, with the whole menopausal thing, I am very emotional as well. So it's kind of stupid. it's I'm telling you another reason why I can't watch the news because I'll be sitting there and I'll just start crying and my husband's like, "Oh my God, are you okay?" I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this dog got hit." Da, 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 da. Or like there's this crazy thing going up in the town kind of across from us. There was a like a dog shelter thing and some crazy things kind of happened there. Well, they wound up getting shut down and all the dogs had to go to other places because yeah, just some bad things. So here I am like, oh my gosh, we should go adopt some dogs. And my husband's like, get the heck out of here. If you want to go live somewhere else with your million dogs, then you can do so. But we're not bringing any more dogs into this house. He's like, we have so many people. I cry for cartoons. Absolutely. I'm telling you. Hello, Patty. So yeah, so I have been just an emotional baby, but I mean, I am who I am, so I can't really hide the truth, I guess. And I don't pretend. I'm not a big faker. I'm not a pretend person. I am probably one of the most realist people there is, and that offends some people. And I've had people tell me, but I, I just roll with me because pretending is too hard for me. So, okay, so today we are on number 99 episode. So that means next week, which will be August 8th, we are hitting our big whoop whoop 100th episode. Woohoo! So you guys need to share this video and make sure your friends and your family know to come watch next week's Facebook Live here on Monday. You'll catch me live during this time. So I want to show you, I live in Tucson, Arizona, Sheila. Yes. So I want to show you guys the giveaway that I have decided to do for my 100th episode. So the way it's going to work is so everybody who's watching next week, or I will give you guys the week because then come the 15th, I will announce the winner. So even if you cannot catch me live next Monday, that's great. Just make sure you come in and you comment. Now I'm going to tell you the key to get in on this drawing. Do not comment on this video. It won't do you any good. So next week, write this down, make a mental note. When you come in, make sure you comment hashtag, you know that little hashtag symbol? EB. So Stampin' the Pink Barn, you're just going to use the first letters of that. S is in Sam, T is in the, P is in pink, and B is in boy. It's barn, but you got what I'm saying. So you guys will have to come in on next week's video. And like I said, even if you can't watch it live, that's cool. Just make sure you comment in there the hashtag S. I think we're back up and going here. Looks like I lost quite a few of you. But anyways, hopefully you guys jump back in here. This is what I'm going to be giving away. So it is the Friendly Hello. Now this is a celebrations item from, I think it was not the beginning of this year, but I think it was last year's celebrations item. So you cannot find this set available unless you search the internet for it. But I'm going to be giving away this set. Now, this is a photopolymer set. Okay. That is called Friendly Hello. It is beautiful. And I'm going to be giving away this brand new pack. This is called the Oh So Ombre 6x6 DSP, Designer Series Paper. Now, this again is a celebrations item from last year. This, you're going to get 48 sheets in there, and I wish I could open it, but I don't want to open it. But it does look like it's got some pinks, some greens. Oh yeah, this has got Bermuda Bay in it. This is gorgeous paper, and as you can see, it does that ombre effect in it. It's got quite a few different patterns in there, but it's all so gorgeous. So those two are going to be in next week's giveaway. So again, next week, make sure you share, make sure your friends know to watch next Monday's number 100th episode. Make sure they know to add the hashtag in the comments of next week's video, STPB, Stampin' the Pink Barn. So they need to hashtag that in the comments. And then the following week on the 15th, I will draw a winner from everybody who does that hashtag. Okay? All right. Hello, Miss Jerry. So yes, make sure you guys come in because I want you all, hello, Bonnie. I want you guys to all get in on this giveaway because it is amazing. All right. So let me get you guys flipped around. I have talked about the news for the day, or for the week, whatever. And not much else. Oh, I do want to tell you guys one more thing because you guys know I love my crazy stories about my life. But so I've heard this been said before. Now, whether it be true or not, whatever, that if you know you're going to move out of your current house, but you should never talk about moving out of your house while it can hear you. I know that sounds really kind of crazy stupid, right? And I'm not into like some really crazy mojo and all that. I think I'm having issues with my internet, Anna, because it did just tell me that it was trying to reconnect. So that was on my end, not on yours, dear. But welcome. Um, so uh, all of a sudden, all these things are like happening to my house currently because you guys know that maybe sometime in the near future I will get moved. The plumbing is all done over at the other house. I just have to get my butt over there and I have to get the painting done. And that's all I have to do is I have to just get painting done in that whole house and then scheduled to have new carpet laid and then we can move. But I'm like it's too hot. I don't want to go paint in the heat. And now that we have the what's it called? Swamp cooler, now that the plumbing's all working, I know it won't be that bad, but I'm just a big wimp when it comes to heat. Again, like I told you, I think I'm going through menopause. But getting moving now that we have like boxes have started getting packed, we're starting to take things over to the other house. My current house is falling apart. I'm like, please don't let this happen. I have to be able to sell this house. So it's kind of funny. A couple of months ago, my dishwasher decided to take a duty. So it's not working anymore. I don't know what the deal is. And then on top of that, you're like, okay, so we are moving and I have all this money that I have to do to this other house. I don't want to spend money on this house that we're living in because I just don't. Because I don't want to have to spend money here if we're not going to stay here. But I, of all people, I hate the kitchen. I do. I truly do. I don't like cooking. I, but I do like eating. I will say that. That's about the only thing I like to do in the kitchen. I hate dishes. I hate cleaning the kitchen. I don't like being in the kitchen. Cooking is not my thing. If I could hire a cook, oh, by golly bee, I would have a cook in my home. I would, truly. But oh, it's still breaking up. I'm sorry, my internet is not working very well. I'm very rural here in Tucson, Arizona, and we are very overcasty right now because of the monsoons. But so, not only did my dishwasher stop working, my air conditioning here in this current house has started leaking. So, if you walk down my hallway, there's carpet on the other side, but there's linoleum going down this way. It has seeped underneath the linoleum and has started soaking the carpet. So I know there is probably some pretty horrendous damage. Um, I haven't had any issues since you froze up. Oh, sweet. Good. That's awesome to hear. Thank you, Cheryl. Um, and so I know that there is getting some water damage underneath the tiling, the linoleum in my kitchen. It also curves around and goes into my laundry room where I've got a freezer, chest freezer, and then I've got a side by side refrigerator in there. I can feel the floor. Hello, Miss Kathy Quinn. Would rather make cards than clean. Absolutely. That is darn tootin'. You are so right. I haven't even thought of it that way, but you are so correct, Nancy. I love it. I'm going to have to use that now. I don't use the kitchen because I like to be in my craft room crafting and making cards. Mm-hmm. That that's awesome. I like it. So, yes, so now all these things are going wrong in this house. So I was like joking around with my husband. I go, you know how we watch those uh like home decoration or renovation shows and stuff, and I go, and you know how they've sat there and they've like dropped those little clues, like you never talk about leaving your current house, you never talk about moving. I said, so our house is like biting us in the butt. It does not want us to move because now it's gonna fall apart. I'm like, geez Louise. So we've kind of been talking about that. I guess we're just going to sell it as is because I do not want to dump. Hello, Melody. I do not want to dump a bunch of money into this home when we're just going to turn around and sell it. So we may have to knock some price off of it. But the only hard thing is because it is a manufactured home, you only have so many years that can be financed. And ours is still young enough, I guess you might say, that it could still be financed. But with those kind of problems going on, no bank is going to carry that. So I don't know. I'm just like, last night I woke myself up at 3 o'clock in the morning stressing about this stupid house. And I was like, I can't. I have to just let it go. And I'm really big on letting things like that not stress me out, because when they're beyond what I can do, then don't make yourself sick over it. So I finally laid there and I talked myself out of being stressed about this house, and I finally went back to sleep. So it only took me like 15 minutes, which I patted myself on the back for that, because normally I can be awake for hours pondering stupid stuff because it's just a girl's thing, right? Guys can be asleep within seconds, not us. We lay there and we just keep going on and on and on in our brains. Okay, let me get you guys flipped around since I've taken so much of your time just blah, 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 blabbering, which I do best. Okay, hold on, you guys. Don't get sick. I have heard that, Frida, that fixing it up will get us a better sell. But because of where we're at, I don't think I'm going to worry too much about it, because so many people want to move out here, that I really don't think we're going to have a problem selling it. And maybe I drop the price $10,000. I'm not that worried about $10,000. I mean, I know that's a big amount of money. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to like just blow that off, but I don't have the time. I don't have the energy to work on two houses at the same time. You just stored your paper in the kitchen cabinets. Oh, no. Ugh. You had to unplug the refrigerator. Yikes. Oh my goodness. Ugh. Wow. Well, and Sheila, that's exactly what I was thinking. Somebody's going to come in here because we're already going to have to knock some of the price off because when we moved in here, the carpet was not brand new, but because of our situation, I knew that I have too many animals, I have too many pets. I wasn't going to pay for brand new carpet here because the carpet did look decent. So it is the same carpet that's been in this house probably since this house was built. Um, I'm not going to spend the money on it. Somebody's going to want to come in here and fix up all the things. I'm going to let them make it their home and do what they want to do versus me coming in or me, doing things that they may not like and have to rip up. And I've already spent the money on fixing it. Right? Okay. So on with news. So as I was telling you guys that joining my team is amazing because you get so many perks from it. So I just want to show you, I want to share some of my mail that I received. So this is a kit that for being on my team leader decided that when we made our quota for the last quarter, that she would throw in a paper kit. So I was actually myself and a couple of my team members made the quarterly minimum to make this. So this is what she sent to us since we made this. So this is going to make, what is it, 8 or 9 cards? I'm not quite sure how many cards it was going to make. But anyways, the paper is all cut. She took out of her busy life to send this to us just for making our sales promotion that she had put out there for us. So again, another one of those amazing perks for being on a team that gives you the support that you need. So that came in the mail today. Also, she sent me, so in our last team meeting, because of another promotion that we had going on, I signed up another team member underneath me. So that helped me meet another quota for the month. And so she did this ladybug challenge that if you got any one of the things that were one of the requirements, that you could pick a ladybug on this board. Yes, Kelly is so generous. Absolutely, Anna. And see, Anna is on my team as well. She could be, she could vouch for how awesome Kelly is. So I get this little card in the mail. I love this card. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to do this card for you guys because I love the colors of this. And this is one of the host gifts papers. But so she said, she goes, so happy that you met the Ladybug Challenge. You rocked it. So, all the things that you get extra with being on a supportive team. So I just cannot say enough about it. So when I flipped over one of the ladybugs, it told me that I won one of the Memories and More card packs. So I, of course, chose the Santa Claus, this is called the Santa Express Cards and More. And I'll open this up at another time for you guys when we go through this. But I got that completely free for just making some sales on the team and having a team member join. And I have to show this. Now, one of my followers here, I'm pretty sure she's in here watching right now, Miss Cheryl Merchesnik. She sent this card to me. Now I'm going to cover up her address because the world doesn't need to know that. That is her choice to give you her address if she wishes, but that's not mine. I get this card in the mail the other day, and of course I see these little chickens on here. And as you guys know, hence the name, I live on a little farm out here in Tucson, Arizona. And farm animals are my thing. I've got goats, I've got chickens, I've got ducks. We did have guinea pigs, but they're no longer around. We've had a cow and he's no longer around. So I'm just big time into the animals. I love my little farm out here. So when I saw this and then I flipped it over, oh my good Lord, you guys, look at this little barn and it's pink, right? I knew I couldn't wait to open this card up because she took so much time and detail in personalizing this envelope that I knew the card had to be just as amazing. Because you guys know how big I am on making envelopes kind of just as special as the card, because this is your first impression, right? Okay, so let me open this up. Okay, I am like so blown away with this card. You guys don't even know. Look at this. Oh my goodness gracious. Like how, like she could not have gotten any more closer to me. No, I have not done the winners of the cards from last week. I will be doing those as soon as I get done with my mail here. But she put the cactus on there. She had the ducks, she had the chickens, and the pink barn. I was so blown away with this card. I told her, I go, oh my gosh, I have to share this on Monday. So isn't that adorable? Oh, I just love it. So that is going to definitely be displayed like I do with everybody's cards. Okay, now, Magna, you had said about the winners. I will do that right now. So this is the winners of last week. So episode 98, all the cards that I make during our live episodes here, I give them away the following week. So the way that you get in on that giveaway is you like the video, or you can heart the video. I don't judge. You can comment anything. Just tell me where you're from. Say hi, whatever. As long as I see a comment from you, you're entered into a card that way. Also, by sharing. Now, let me tell you, sharing the video, I normally make my last card that I make is normally a more like souped up card. It's a little bit more over the top because I'm asking a lot of you to share my videos. So I think that if you're going to take out of your busy life and share my video on your newsfeed, that you should be entitled to have a beautiful card. Not to say that all my cards aren't beautiful, because I'm a little bit biased, but did not receive my card from, what is going on? You know what is so crazy? Because Anna, North California, Anna she just messaged me earlier asking me if my son's birthday card ever showed up that she had sent. I do not know what is going on with the mail. But we're having some real problems here, because this is not the first time that I've heard that cards are not getting to people. But I promise you that I am very meticulous. I even weigh out every card to make sure if I have to add the 20-cent extra postage to the card, because if these weigh over an ounce, you have to stick that extra 20-cent stamp on there. So I am very meticulous with that to make sure you guys get your cards. So I do not know what the heck is going on, why the mail is being like this. Like I said, Anna, her and I just had this conversation. So I know those went out. I know I handed them directly to my postal lady. So I'm going to have to figure out what is going on. My mail person likes my cards. She's stealing them. I would like to think not, but then again, in this day and age, I hate to say that I trust everyone because I've been burned so many times, but sometimes it makes you wonder, right? Okay, so this is for liking last week's video. This is going out to Miss Magna Martinez, and I think you were the one that just said that you didn't receive your card from last week, which, I'm at a loss. I really don't have any idea what's going on with the mail person. I will let you know exactly when I mail this out to you, and you will have to let me know if you've gotten it, Miss Magna, because I don't know what else to say. I put my time and my energy into these cards, and I really wish they would make it to you guys, because you guys are helping support me. So for commenting on last week's video, this is going out to Laura Ann. This is using some of those new in colors and that hippest hippo. Now this is still currently available in our celebrations. Now that is You're Always on Point. This one I left blank in the inside because I figured Amazing you could put so many things inside of it for so many occasions. Okay, this one is for sharing last week's video. Thank you so much, Sheila, for sharing. So for sharing last week's video, like I said, I kind of stepped them up a little bit. This is going out to Karen Wetstein. Now, Karen, I do not have your address. If you could please, after this video here, if you could drop me a messenger or PM me and let me know what your address is. Please do not put it here on the live comments. Everybody does not need to know your address. So PM me and let me know your address so I can get this card in the mail to you. And this one I also left blank in the inside so you can choose what you want to put inside of that. Beautiful card though. Congratulations all you guys. And thank you so much for watching my videos and liking, sharing, and commenting. Okay, so right now, this is the current promotion for the paper pumpkin. This is the sweet sunflowers. This will end on August 10th. You have a couple of different ways. You can either subscribe monthly to it, where they just automatically take the money out of your account, and then they go ahead and send you the box. You can, during celebrations, you can earn some of those free products. If you go into my store, shopdannygarola.com, you can go in and you can click on that little magnifying glass there, and you can go to prepaid subscriptions, and it will tell you all about buying a prepaid card. And then you just go over to, oh, there's Miss Karen right there. Hey, Karen, I need you to send me your address. You won one of the cards from last week. But don't share your address here in the live video. Please PM me after this and let me know what your address is so I can get a card in the mail for you. And let me show you just really quick, since you just popped on here. This is the card that is coming your way. You won this card, Karen. Hello, Ria. Okay, so paper pumpkin, excellent way of earning some of those free celebrations items is buying the prepaid note. Now, the way this works is you're not going to receive a gift card or anything like that. You're going to actually get a code in your email. You're going to then take that code over to Paper Pumpkin website and put that code in there, and then that's when you'll get the Paper Pumpkin started. Now, this is that promotion that I was telling you about that I'm hoping that they drop more news about tonight, since our updates go out tonight. This is called More to Celebrate. So not only do we have all the amazing items in our celebrations catalog, which, where did I put my celebrations? In this brochure right here, but they are adding more celebrations items starting tomorrow. They are adding the Timber 3D embossing folder, the Flowers of Home dies, the silver foil gingham embossing folder, the Dots and Spots die, the Daffodil die, the Seashells 3D embossing folder, the Craft gift boxes, Aspen tree dies, and the brushed metallic paper. This is now going to be added to your celebrations items. So you can earn these items as well as these items for free starting tomorrow. These are the new ones that are just got added. So I will put this flyer on my Pink Barn Stampers group. It will also go out in my newsletter tonight. The way you sign up for my newsletter is go over to stampinthepinkbarn.com. That is my blog, and it should pop up, sign up for my newsletter. And when you sign up for that, you're going to get an email that tells you to confirm that you're signing up for my newsletter. And then you can get more information about this, and you'll get all these little extras, this little PDF here, so you can see the codes when you go to get that. Yes, Anna, right? I am so loving this extra product that they're shooting out to us. joining my team right now during celebrations. So you have until August 31st. They have the Making Plans bundle. Now this comes with this gorgeous 18-month planner. Now I don't have mine completely filled, but I have it up through the end of this year. So it is gorgeous, has some really neat like spreadsheets in here to keep yourselves very organized, everything that you need to know. There's pockets. It also comes with 3 little notebooks. It comes with these three notebooks. This one is a lined notebook. This one has a blank for journaling. And then this one is the bullet journal with those little bullet points. And if that's not enough, you will also receive this Making Plans stamp set that will help you when you're getting your planner all organized. You have these cute little stamps that you can put on there, and it comes with 4 sheets of stickers as well. Okay, so that when you go to shopdannygarola.com, if you go over to the side, there's going to be all these little tabs. If you hit the join button, it'll tell you all about that. Okay, when you go to shop with me, this is my current host code. So any of your product that is under $150, please use that current August host code. I didn't change this to August, but it's my August host code. The way you enter that in is make sure when you go to my store that it says that you're shopping with me, Danny Garola. And then at the end, once you add all your items in, it says add host code. So over on my blog, stampinthepinkbarn.com, you'll find it at the very top. I haven't fixed it yet because I actually just did it right before I jumped on here. You will find the current host code over there. Again, like I said, I'll have to do it when I'm done with this because I forgot to switch it over there. I was lucky I got my name tag fixed here, or my desk tag fixed. So you'll be able to copy and paste it. It is in the description of this video, though. It's already on there. Mystery stamping. We have mystery stamping coming up for August. On August 10th, you'll find the more details about this in this event page here. So on August 10th, I will give you all the dimensions and everything of the papers that you need to gather and the stamp sets and any dies or anything that you need to grab. Then on the 17th at 6 p.m., I will do a Facebook Live, and we will actually go and do the actual card then. So make sure you grab your supplies. I give you a week to get your supplies together. You can come in, make the card with me. If you don't make it with me on the 17th, I give you until the 24th to get your card submitted over at Pink Barn Stampers Group. So go ahead and join that group. There's a lot of things that go on over there that you're going to want to know about. So when you join that group, you'll see the card that I've made from the 17th. All you're going to do is snap a picture of the card that you've made and add it to the comments. And then that's how you get entered into a drawing for either maybe a pack of ribbon, maybe a pack of embellishments. I'm not quite sure. Last month I gave away a brand new Simply Chamois. My adhesive kits, I still have some of these, $35. It comes with a 6-inch clear ruler, a pack of mini dimensionals, regular dimensionals, a green glue, a sand eraser, an adhesive remover, a pack of mini glue dots, a tear and tape, all come in this super cute little clear bag. And then I have my 20 cards for $25. You pay, on top of the $25, you're going to pay priority shipping because I want to get those to you without being damaged. So they're going to come in a priority envelope. So there are more details about this also over on stampinthepinkbarn.com, over on my blog. Okay, let's get into these cards because I have taken enough time tonight jabbering it up. I normally don't like to talk that much, but I had so much to tell you guys because it was the beginning of the month. I'm so glad that I pre-cut some of this stuff for us, so it's not going to take me so long to make these cards. Okay, so this is our thick basic white. This is 11 by 4.25, and I've scored it at 5.5. This is going to be my card base, so I'm going to burnish that. Then I have the gorgeous paper. Now this paper is from the Splendid Day paper pack. Now, I haven't made my sampler for this yet. I've got it. My mom just brought it to me. It's already pre-cut. I just need to make my sampler sheet. But that paper is beautiful. So this is 4 by 5 1/4. This is going to get layered right on the front of this card. Now I've cut myself a little piece of 1 inch by 5 1/2. That is actually going to go on the inside of my card. Oh yeah, look at the back side of this paper. Isn't that beautiful? So one side of it is going to have that very metallic-y foil look, and then the other side is just beautiful and has gorgeous colors on it as well. But this little piece is just going to go on the inside to decorate the inside of our card. Okay, I needed some copper foil, which is the metallic that is on this, which is the copper. So what I did with this is I busted out my beautiful Butterfly Brilliance set. Now this is a big set here. It is no longer available as a bundle, but you can still get the stamp and the dies. You'll just get them separately now. This is the Butterfly Brilliance stamp. Now this is one big stamp. So you're gonna need to have a big block, or what I have seen some people do is they actually cut these apart so they can put these individually on a block, which is, you know, they're your stamps that you do what you want with them. I've just not cut mine apart yet. Then when you go to buy the dies, the Brilliant Wing dies, you're going to get both of these sets in this die. So it is a huge die set. This also comes as a full die, which lines right up with that stamp set. So that's why if you go to cut these apart, again, I've seen some people taking metal snips and they are snipping these apart to have individual butterflies as well. Again, not something I'm going to worry about doing. What I do, honestly, because I'm lazy, is I just take my piece of paper or whatever I'm doing and I just lay it on there, and then that's how I run it through. So I just get this, if this is the butterfly that I'm going with. Or I'll do the same with the stamp. I'll just stamp up, ink up that one side, and then I'll just stamp it, that one butterfly. Same, you can move it over here and run it through, you know, this way through your cutter machine. Okay, so that's just kind of one of those little tricks if you don't want to have to worry about cutting it also. And then this one cuts out these really detailed, beautiful butterflies, which is what I have done. So I've taken this copper foil and I've taken this butterfly right here, and I have already pre-done this for you, and I have ran that through, and I came out with this gorgeous copper detailed butterfly. Okay, then I'm going to use, this is where I told you I use that little cheater method, because I knew that I needed this shape for the background of that. I took my white piece of paper, lined it up, ran it through, and so there is the background for my butterfly. So it's going to sit right on that so we can see it and all its beautiful detail. Then I have taken my, I've got all these little pieces in here and they make these things move. I have taken this die right here, which is, these are my layering circles dies, and I have cut out a basic white scallop. Now that, the size of that scallop is, oops, helps if I have this thing turned the right way. Jeez Louise. It is about 2 1/4 is that size of that scallop circle. And so I've cut that out of white. Then I'm going to be using some of the elements from the Fond of Autumn. I'm going to be using one of these sentiments on the front side, and I'm also going to be bringing in the dies, and I'm going to use this little banner right here for the bottom of this. But we're going to cut that here on camera because I need to stamp and then cut. So I need to decide, once I kind of show you guys how we're going to kind of put this together, how we want this. So this is going to be kind of in the center, and then my butterfly is going to be kind of up, kind of flying to the side, and it is going to be popped up, okay, like that. So when we put this banner is going to go right across the bottom here. Maybe move this up a little bit. This banner is going to go right across the bottom. So let's decide what sentiment we want. We can say, sending many thanks, happy thoughts of you. If I do sending many thanks, I could say just a note on the inside, or I can say thank you. Sending many thanks, thank you. Maybe we'll do that. Okay, so let me grab that out. Happy thoughts of you. I'm going to use that one because I like the font on that. Okay, so this has a little bit, very, very mildly, a little swish to it. So to keep that swish without me manipulating it when I go to stick it on here and trying to make it straight, I'm going to throw that on my desk because now it's going to hold its curvature and its shape, and I'm just going to pick that up so it keeps that shape to it. And then I was thinking of using the copper embossing powder on that. So I need to bring in my Versamark pad. Okay. And I'm going to be stamping this on white. Okay, so I'm going to stamp that right on the white. Okay, and I need to grab a piece of scrap paper to catch all my extras from here. Okay, there is my copper words. And now all I need to do is just swoop this up and make it kind of like a cone shape at the bottom, and then pour all my excess back into there. Oops. I just lost my earbud. Hold on. I told you guys, it's so hard for me to hold on to these things in my ears. There we go. I got it back in. Hope I didn't lose you guys for a minute, because I know these wacky things like to turn off if you take them out. Okay, now I'm going to grab my heat tool here. Okay. Okay, then I'm going to bring my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss, minus the little fuzz ball there. Lay my layers down so I have my layer 1 and 2 of my layer 2s. And then now I'm going to just put this on here the way I want it. And then I'm going to grab a piece of washi tape. I just keep an extra piece of washi tape just so this stays in place when I go to run this through. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to hit you guys. My hand kind of slid right off that knob there. There will be no hitting, right? Okay, so there. Isn't that cool? Ooh, I love it. I love that swish. Okay, I need to put this away because we're going to be using that on another card as well, because I'm just in love with that little swishy banner. I'm also going to be using some of the Champagne Rhinestone Basic Jewels for this card. Okay, now we're going to assemble. Okay, there's that. And now this is going to go, let's put this down first to see. Okay, that's going to go there. So yeah, I like this up here. So I'm going to stick this straight down, just like that. And I need to bring out some more dimensionals. Oops, I need mini dimensionals. Do I have some? Oh, look, I still have some on this. So what I want to do is I'm going to kind of spread these little guy's wings out, and just down his body portion, I'm going to apply a little bit of glue because that is the only part that I really want to stick to this. Okay, just like that. And once you get the placement, really push his body down to keep him there. And then on the back side, we're going to put some dimensionals. I think I have just a couple more pieces left on this one. Okay, so I'm going to bend the white a little bit, knowing that I put that dimensional right in the center where the body is again. And then now I'm going to spread the wings up a little bit to give it kind of that 3D effect there. And then I'm going to set this butterfly just like this. So we've got lots of dimension going on the front of that. Then let's bring in some of these mini dimensionals. Okay. Now let's grab this piece and stick it in the inside. Thank you, Carol. I thought it was pretty gorgeous myself. Again, a little bit of biasness going on, right? Okay, I'm going to leave just a little bit of, and I do not have the stamp set that goes with the Splendid Day, but that doesn't stop me from, hello, Jean, that doesn't stop me from wanting to play with this paper. So just because you see a paper, please don't be intimidated thinking that, oh, if I can't afford the set or I can't do the set, that I can't have the paper. That is absolutely not the truth, because paper, especially Stampin' Up's paper, can be used so much just on its own because the paper is absolutely so stunning. Okay, let's take a pick tool and let's put some of these rhinestones on here. Normally I always cut the bottoms of my packages so I can just pull these right out. Why that one didn't get cut, I don't know. All right, so let's add some of these little blingies on here. And then I'm going to put a big one down here. I just love these. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh my goodness, you guys. Let's grab an envelope and let's make the envelope pretty. So let's take another strip of this paper. This time I'm just going to take a 1/2 inch strip, I6. Okay, and we're going to lay this, find the front of my card here. Okay, see, right, Lois? Now, I just told you on the paper, right? I mean, I have seen, don't get me wrong, the stamp set and the die set that coordinate with this is beautiful, but I had already gotten too many things that I had to slow down before you guys stopped seeing me because my husband killed me. No, I'm just kidding. But I had to slow down. I was buying way too many things. I think my mom actually just ordered the set that went with this. She might actually have it. But I didn't get it. And I know it was one that we could have pre ordered quite a while ago during Creativity Now when you joined that event. Um, but I couldn't find myself to do it. I don't think I cared that much for it, to be honest with you. But now that I've seen all these amazing cards, I'm kind of glad that I think my mom did get it. I'm not sure. She might, if she's watching, she might chime in here and say, yep, she got it. But again, I used the butterfly with it, and I still think it made an absolutely gorgeous card. And you might already actually have these butterflies because they have been around for a while. So, you know what? Just buy the paper and play with it. So, there is card number one. I just sold me my. Right? I'm telling you, the checkbook hates you. Okay. So that is card number one. So I will set that aside so I can show these all again at the end. And I'm going to pull this out of here because we're going to need that again. And we might need that. So let me get the rest of this stuff put over here. And then we'll move on to card number two. Okay. Card number two. So that one I called the butterfly or Splendid butterfly. I think that's what I called it. So later on, when you guys go over to my blog, now I'll just let you guys know, just a little heads up, that it is going to take me a little bit to get all the things written. I have to make my PDF for these. I normally say check back tomorrow because again, you're safer than getting frustrated than keep checking my blog and checking my blog and it's not up yet. So I'll normally just give you that information that you should check tomorrow for everything to be up and loaded over on the blog. So you can get the PDF downloaded for all the projects that I'm making tonight. And there'll be photos there. There'll be a shopping list there. There's also going to be this replay video downloaded onto the blog. I got the card you sent me. Oh, awesome. Finally, somebody. It had been a rough road. Oh, I'm sure, hun. My heart goes out to you, dear. Um, okay, and we're also going to be using the Stamparatus today for this card because I really want a crisp. Yes, see, I knew my mom was going to chime in. She did buy that suite. Had a feeling I remember her talking about getting it. Okay, this is that set that I was telling you that has now come back to the celebrations because it was out for a while, but they now have said that it has come back in. So this is my sampler sheet here of all the paper that comes in this set. So you can earn this free when you spend $100 on product. You can get this stamp set and the paper free during celebrations. This is the gorgeous paper. Look at all the colors that coordinate with this. So Wonderful World is what this is called. Okay, let me get out all the colors that we're going to be using. I don't need this right at the moment. I do need this though. Okay, so look at the colors that I have chosen to use on this card. I'm using Rich Raspberry, Orchid Oasis, and Old Olive. My card base is going to be Rich Raspberry. My designer series paper is this pattern here. So let's get this folded and burnished. That's when you try to combine words to save yourself some time, right? Okay, this is not the right size unless this is not cut. Hold on. This is 8.5 by 5.5. Well, at least it should be, but I don't think it is. I think it's a little bit longer. Yep. Okay. Now it is 8.5 by 5.5, and I just folded it in half at the 4 1/4. This piece here is 4 by 5 1/4. It is going to go on our front. See, that looks much better. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm going to be grabbing, because this is one of those go-to die sets that I always use, I'm going to be grabbing this piece right here and a scrap of rich raspberry. I'm going to run that through the die machine, and when I do, I'm going to come out with this beautiful scalloped rectangle here. So that was the second one down. I then took a piece of white and I cut this down to, I want to say, 2 5/8 by 4. Okay. I guess it's actually not 4. I think it's 15/16. I think it's just that first mark. So see, I keep this over here on my desk because I'm kind of ruler challenged. So these you can just print right off of the internet. You can Google a ruler. So I think I went, instead of going directly to the 4-inch line, I think I went to the 15th, 16th mark, which is that next small line right below the 4-inch for this. So I could still see, I still wanted to see that stitched mark all around this. Okay. So let's do what we're going to do with this. Now I created, I'm going to actually show you guys a sneak peek. I normally don't do that because I try to keep my class cards a sneak peek. I always take just a little close up of them and put them over on my events page for my in-person classes, because I don't like, my people like to be surprised on the day of our in-person class. But I will show you the card that inspired me to do this because I am in love with it. Okay, I'm going to open up my rich raspberry and grab my blending brush and just get some ink on that. But see, I like to do this first. Absolutely, Patty, right? I know. I'm ruler challenged and I'm not afraid to say it. It's always been one of those things. Okay, so I'm just going to not necessarily get all the ink off, but see how there's these little dark swishes on there? I don't want those. I just want a nice covering of color to just blend on there nicely. Okay, again, this is rich raspberry. Okay, I'm just going to go like that. Now, if I need it thicker here in a minute, then I can always add more to it. Okay, this is Orchid Oasis. Again, doing the same thing. See all those little swish marks? I don't want those on here. Ooh, okay, hold on. I got messed up. The nice thing is we've got 2 sides to every paper. So if you mess up, flip it over. Okay, there's our raspberry. Okay, let's try this again. Much better. Okay, then I'm just going to take my raspberry and kind of just blend those two together a little bit. So see how it almost looks like I've used 3 different colors, but I haven't. I've just used orchid and I've used rich raspberry. Okay, then I'm going to grab Old Olive. Now this is a smaller brush that I just purchased off of Amazon. Okay, get those colors to blend, and then again, just bring in some more of that orchid to get that to blend over that. Okay, beautiful, right? Look at those colors. Oh. Okay, let me get those out of the way. And now we need to grab our Stamparatus here. And I am using this big flower here. Now I don't know the name of those flowers because it's not a hydrangea. I almost thought that's what it was, but it's not. Okay, so I'm just going to set my paper here, put these kind of on the sides, knowing that my stem and my flower is going to be there. Okay, holding that in place. Now I'm just going to take this and I'm going to set this right where I want it, because when I shut this, this side is sticky, so it's going to pick that up. Okay, but since I'm using my Memento ink, you could use StazOn, but I'm just going to use Memento just to show you guys that the reason for the Stamparatus is because now that I've just placed this where I've wanted it, this is not going to move and this is not going to move as long as I don't get crazy and start moving things around. I can ink this up and I can hit this as many times as I want to make this as dark and as crisp of an image that I want. Okay, so I like to stick another ink pad underneath here just to make it flush. Okay, now I'm going to put this right on that blended paper. Okay, so see, that's not quite as crisp as I want. Hopefully you guys can see that. It's not quite as crisp. I can still see kind of too much of the underneath of it. I want it a lot crisper than that. So again, I'm going to ink this up. And because I haven't moved anything, when I hit this again, I'm not going to get smear lines. I'm not going to get that, craziness going on, because now it just laid exactly on top of that print that I wanted. So that's getting a little bit darker, but because I have such dark colors underneath that in that blending, I'm going to do it one more time because I can. Okay, and this time I'm going to just hold that down to make sure that ink really gets a good adhesion to that paper. And there we go. Now we have a really, really crisp black image on that blended paper. Okay, then what we can do, most of the time I would just pull this out of here and just shut this, maybe. These are very, 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 now what you really want to be careful of is that you don't let these two things touch. If these two magnets get together, you might as well call 911. No, I'm just kidding. Don't call 911. But they are hard as the world to get apart. 9 times out of 10, when you go to get them apart, you will break them. They will just clamp in half because the magnet is so ridiculously tight in those. They're like really good magnets. So since normally I would just shut this and I would just take care of it later, but I'm going to show you how easy it is to clean if you have one of our simple chamois, just like that, and now it's clean. You just pick your chamois up. This is very pliable, so you just wipe it right off and you're good to go. I keep mine stored inside of a very, very ruggedy, very well used case here. We do sell those cases, by the way. Now where did I put the stamp set? There it is. Now I can just pull this right off and it's clean and it's ready for me to use for the next time. I just clean my chamois so it is very wet, but that's okay. All right, now I can put this aside. Okay, now we can put this card together. Look at the back side of that paper. Isn't that pretty? Sometimes it's really hard for me to cover up such a pretty piece of paper because I feel guilty that now you don't get to see both sides. But I have showed you guys a couple of different cards on here, how you can show off both sides of your paper at once on one card. Okay, so there is that printed paper. Beautiful. Okay, this is now going to get put on here. I do need, now I know we don't sell it like this anymore. We now sell it in a pack. It's called the Baker's Twine, I think it's called the Essential Pack, but nonetheless, I'm using this big piece, this big roll, because that's what I have left over. Now, I'm not sure if I just want to put a white bow on here, or if I wrap this around a couple of times. And then put a bow on there. Maybe that's what I'll do. Okay, I'm just going to use cheater method and put a piece of tape on there because then it holds everything nice and in place. And then I'm going to take my little bow maker here and I'm going to, actually I do want it bigger because that's a bigger piece. I'm going to do a double bow. If I can get my stuff to work correctly here. Meaning my hands. Okay. I'm going to pull this off and we are going to place this right here. So I'm going to grab a mini glue dot, kind of roll it up a little bit so you don't see all the glueies there. And then stick that right like that. Okay. Just that pop of white really kind of stands out on all that darkness going on there. And then now we're going to add some dimensionals. I have one little bit left right here. Okay, just like that. Make sure that tape's really adhered down. Using my take your pick tool because it's a lot easier to get these big pieces off and then they all just stay together on there, and then all you have to do is pull just that one piece off and throw that in the trash. Okay, there's that. Now to grab an innie to the inside of this card. And another little piece of this paper. Okay, we're going to adhere that. I believe this is a, I don't know what size it is. It is a 1 3/8 piece, which is fine. It was just a scrap that I had left over in there. So I always try to tell everybody, don't throw your scraps away because your scraps can be used for insides of cards or envelope pieces or whatever. You never know. Okay, just like that. And then since we have a little bit of hangover here, we're going to cut that off. Okay, now that's going to go on the inside of our card. I love this green glue because it gives me a little bit of wiggle room to be able to slide that without it being completely dry once I apply it. So there is card number 2. Let's grab an envelope. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to stamp this flowers, but we're just going to do the heads of the flowers. It's still wet. My chamois was really, really wet, I guess. Kind of dry that off a little bit. Sorry, that was loud. Okay, and then bring this in. Make sure my envelope is sitting the right way because, ask me how that's happened. And then I think I'm going to put this over here. No, that might go too far. Okay, I'm just going to put this down along the bottom here. Just like that. Okay, get some of this stuff put away. Okay, look, here is, oh, wait a minute. I'm not done. I have to add some blings to this. Where did I put them? I love these new, sorry you guys, my arm is like right in the way. Oh my goodness gracious. I organized all my embellishments so I didn't have to dig through a drawer, but do you see now? Now I'm digging through, where the heck are they? Did I add them? No. Oh, I'm glad you guys are patient. Oh, there they are. Okay, so these are called the adhesive backed sequins and gems. They are just beautiful. Love them. So let me show you. Okay, I'm going to show you the card that we're making in my upcoming class. And like I said, I normally don't do this, but we're going to do it anyways. This is the one that we're making in our upcoming class. So you guys who are watching me, who come to my class, you just got spoiled. I guess I should have told you ahead of time. My bad. Isn't that cool? And look how it opens. Oh, look, there's a mini glue dot in there. Beautiful, right? I love this fold. I will not show the other 2 cards though, you guys. So just so you know, you have to wait until your class day to see those. All right, so let's bring some of these blings in here. And let's put this here. Sure. So we always do them in odd numbers, as you guys always hear me say, because bling in odd numbers always looks appealing to the eye, so they say. All right, so there's card number 2 along with the matching envelope. What do you guys think of that? Isn't that gorgeous? I just love these colors together. Oh, stunning. Okay, let me get this set with the other card so I make sure I show you those at the end. Okay, let's get some of this stuff put away. I'm going to put I have a separate, I know a lot of you guys know this already, but I have a pair of scissors that has a little hangy thing on it. Those are specifically for cutting like paper or, scraps and that kind of stuff. Hello, Carolyn. And then it ain't a finished thing until it's got bling. Absolutely, Sheila. You're just on a roll, girl. Um, and then I have this one that I keep the protective part on them because these are specifically for like my ribbon. And my kids, everybody, my husband, everybody knows if they touch my ribbon scissors, they're buying me a new pair because they can only touch these ones with the hangy thing. All right, so let's get on to, let me get this stuff out of the way and get to the last card. Now, this last card, like I said, is using the Christmas lot, or Christmas, geez Louise, the tree lot dies, which I have now found out are unavailable and are already sold out from celebrations. But nonetheless, this card is beautiful. One of you guys are going to win it, so you'll at least enjoy the card that I'm making from it. Okay, so what we're going to do, move some of this stuff. This I think I'm done with. So here is the stamp set that you can actually buy out of the mini catalog. And then this is the die set that was available in celebrations. Again, this is discontinued, is no longer available. They sold out of it. So I apologize. But nonetheless, the stamp set can be used alone and doesn't have to have the dies. So just saying that. Okay, so I have some early espresso. I have some soft succulent. I am using, now this is actually from the Celebrations catalog. This is called the Silver and Gold. Where did I put my catalog? Silver and Gold 6x6 Designer Series paper, I believe is what it's called. I don't know where the heck I just put my, anyways. This is in there also for, you can earn this with a $50 purchase. Okay, my card base is a 8.5 by 5.5, folding it in half at 4.25. We're going to burnish this down. Okay, there's our card base. I am bringing in some of the metallic gold foil. Here is the piece from this. This is 4 by 5.25. This is going to go on the front of our card like that. I need some scraps of white. Now with this scrap, we're going to do some watercoloring, okay? We're also going to need, I guess I can use this scrap because this is sitting here, just scraps of white, basic white. I'm going to grab my water painter. Now this is the one with the smallest little thing here. I also am going to use one of my little mini blocks here. And let's get to it. I don't think I want those colors picked up, so let me grab another one of those. Here's another one that I have just sitting there. Now, these things are sold in the store as well. There are foam piercing mats. I just have them, and I use them to wrap copy paper around. Normally, it's something that I've already printed on the other side, and I just don't need anymore. I just tape them around the back. So these are my little scrap pieces. Okay, I'm going to use soft succulent, and I'm going to dip my ink pad. Did you guys see what I just, or my ink pad? Oh my Lord. This is my block. I just dip it in there, just like that. So I'm just pulling the color up, the ink up on the block. And what I want to do, and this is just basic white paper, because I want to get some ink coming out of that. And then I'm just going to ink this ink. I'm going to put water on this, get my facts straight here. Okay, just put some water on there, get it kind of soupy. And then again, get this soupy. And now we're just going to mix some of this in here. Now I can take my Simply Chamois and I can just clean this off just like that and come back in and grab a little bit more ink. because I want some more color down here. Okay, now you can either hit this with your heat tool if you don't want to wait. Otherwise, I advise doing this ahead of time so it can sit and dry. Now, I have already done this. I just wanted to show you the technique that I was doing to get the effect of what I am going for here. Now, that is our piece. Now, like I said, you're going to let this sit and dry, and it'll stop curling once it dries out. The paper does, but it will still hold its color to it. See how that looks? It looks just very kind of subtle, watercolored, but it's beautiful. Or we can always come in with our heat tool and kind of hit it to let it dry quicker if you don't want to wait. Just to show you here. Hello, Renee. Okay, so just like that. Again, I've already cut some out, but I just want to show you what that looks like and how you get the technique that I'm going for. So let me grab. So what I needed for this is I took all three of the solid trees and I laid them out on here, just like this. 1, 2, 3. Just like that. And then I ran those through my die cutting machine. And then by the magic of TV, I already have them here. So again, that was using soft succulent. If I don't put these things away, I lose them. Okay, so I'm going to use this for another card later because why not? Okay, so there's my trees. Then I took these more detailed trees, all three of them, and I cut them out. As you can see, I cut them out of the gold metallic foiled paper. I don't know what is on there, but you just lay these out and then you pull those out, and this is what those look like. There is the detailed trees. I did it in all three sizes. Okay, beautiful, right? Okay, let's set those down. We're done with this. We don't need water around. Okay, if you're smart, which I'm clearly not, you could take these and you can put it on our adhesive backed sheets. So then when you take them, you'll die cut them out with that adhesive already on it. Then when you take that off, this would be like a little sticker sheet. Then it's just much easier to stick down. But I always think about it after I've already cut them out because I guess that's just how my brain rolls. Because I always think about it and I'm like, oh my gosh, that would have made life so much easier. But I always do it after they're cut out. What I have to do to make myself think of those. And they're even sitting right here. They're sitting, look, no joke. They're sitting right here within arm's reach. This is the adhesive sheets that you could do that. But do I grab them and use them? No. I just kind of look right beyond them. Okay, now this is just going to get stuck right on there. Just like that. Okay, and then push that down. So you just get to see a subtle hint of that watercolor, but oh my gosh, does it add so much different look to these instead of it just being a solid, soft succulent or just being a solid white. You really kind of see those brush strokes in there. Oh, you guys, I totally forgot to do my intro. I just thought about that. I did tell you where I live, but my name is Danny Garola, by the way. Day late and a dollar short, but I know there's some of you new on here watching me tonight, so I guess I better tell you who the heck I even am. I mean, I guess job, Danny Garola would have probably said a little bit. Oh, well, see, there you go, Lois. You were on the ball. It does. It is a total game changer. And it would have definitely made life easier if I would have thought to do that this time. But I didn't. So here we are, gluing these little intricate pieces down. Okay, so there's that. Give that a second to dry. Okay, now I can move this and bring in my card for the rest of the stuff that we need. Okay, I also needed, oh, I'm going to grab another scrap of white. I'm going to cut this down just a little bit because we need a couple of other little elements. So maybe you're going to need a couple scraps of white or one bigger one. But I would say you probably want to have something separately for doing the watercoloring on because you want that to dry. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and hear this down, which I shouldn't have done because we're going to do some stamping on it. But I already put glue on it now. See, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, we're going to hope this works. Okay, I'm going to stamp these first, but I'm going to use this piece here. I need this. I'm going to stamp the little trees for sale. Okay, there's that. I'm going to stamp that in early espresso. Okay, oops. If I can get that inked up better. Okay, just like that. All right. Then I need the little tree bits. So there is this, where are they at? Oh no, they're not in there. They're dies. So I just need those in brown. So I'm going to use this little die right here. And so I'm going to need a scrap of early espresso. These are, okay, so if you see, these are in 3 different sizes if you already have this set. Now these are for the stumps of the tree. So let me grab a scrap of early espresso. Okay, perfect. So I need that. And then I need, they gave you 3 of these. These are like the little, actually, no, there is a stamp for that. I thought there was a stamp, but you got to die cut them out too. But we need to stamp those first. Okay, those are going to need to be die cut. I'm going to use this little block here. Now I'll show you what I mean by these. So 1, 2, 3. I guess I won't need this, so I fibbed because it looks like you already see the little stumps on this. So let me put this away. And we've got 2 sets of these dies, so I'm trying to keep track because this is my mom's set. So she has dies right here, so I'm trying to make sure I'm not grabbing 2 different things. Got too much going on. Okay, so now I need all 3 of these. I guess I don't need early espresso. Let's move some of this stuff out of the way. We are going to need the tree, which is right here, and that is the big tree. So you've got solid stamp trees, and then you've got kind of that more detailed tree look. That's what I'm using, is the big detailed tree. So that's going to sit over there. Let's move this and this so we can get these die cut. I love the fact that with this die, with these tree dies, they did give you 3 of these little stands. So you cut all 3 of them at the same time, which is genius because typically you're going to be playing with all 3 trees. So let me get those off of there. So there's one. Tell you, sometimes getting these dies off of this sticky tape on these are fingernail breakers. Oops, I might have stamped those too close to each other. Oops, I might have to do that again. That's fine. And then here's our sign. Maybe, geez. Okay, so let's cut these out. And of course, this one's shifted. Okay. So I just need those right there, and then there's two of those. Now let's cut out one more. Okay. There's that. All right, let's put this little guy away so we don't lose that. But one more thing that we need to stamp and die cut out while I have this here is I need this here, and I need, nope, I need that. Or which one do I need? Nope, this one goes to that other stamp set, so I gotta put that one away. Okay, so I'm going to grab my strand of lights here. And again, I'm going to throw it on my desk so it keeps its own natural shape. So when I pick that up, it stayed the way it needed to be versus me trying to manipulate it and screwing it all up. Okay, I'm going to stamp that in black, and I'm doing memento because I am going to use some of my Stampin' Blends to cut that out, or to color those in, whatever word I'm looking for. All right, I'm going to use Real Red. I'm using light Real Red. Actually, no, I don't. I want dark Real Red. Just like that. So I'm doing red, white, red, white. Okay, let's put this back on here and grab the dies for that. Grab my little piece of washi tape since this is longer and it tends to shift in my machine. Okay, there's my strand of lights. And then I'm going to need this piece still for, I'm going to stamp the words, you light up the season, but remember how I said I was going to be using this banner die again? Now what I'm going to do is I already manipulated this. I put this die, let me show you how I did this. I flipped this over and I laid it down. And then I kind of looked and saw what I was doing, and then I flipped it right side up and I sat my block on top of the die. Now, if you guys have a better way of doing this, then so be it. You do your thing. But this is how it worked for me. So I watched how I had that sitting in that little die framelit, and then I knew that if I just sat it like this, it would be able to cut those words out perfectly. So then when I swooped it and then take this die just like that. Okay, so this is where I said I shouldn't have glued this part down first, but I already did. So we're just going to roll with it. So we're going to set that there. I know this piece here is going to go across the bottom. Okay. This is going to go sliding right in there, but I want these trees. I want these trees to be, now I gotta take into accountability that there's going to be these little things on the bottom of these trees. So maybe these need to be moved up just a hair. Okay, that's perfect. So I'm going to look at this and then move these out of the way. And knowing that I just had my hand held there, I'm going to stamp that down. Okay, just like that. See, I knew I stuck my hand in that. Yeah. Okay, so when that's like that, I can still see through that. And then same with this one. This one needs to go right there. Okay. Okay, perfect. That's what I needed. Okay, that's going to get popped up. I probably should have stamped that in either red because of this being red, but I didn't, so it is what it is. Okay, where are all my pieces? Let's get these adhered to our trees. So I'm just going to take a little bit of glue and just stick those right on the bottom there, just like that. Okay, take this one. I know we're running close on time here, and I talked a lot this time. Normally in the beginning, I don't talk that long, but I had so much to share with you guys. So we made really good time on making these cards. And I like to cut myself at around 2 hours. So I think that's a lot for you guys to have to sit here and watch me for more than 2 hours. Okay, so there's that one. All right. That's going to go there. That's going to go there. Let's go ahead and get this glued on. Now, because this paper also comes in a striped look, you could absolutely use the stripes as well and not just have to do the polka dots. Okay, so let's get these set on here. Now this one is going to get popped up, so let's put it on first. This tree here. Okay, that's going to go right there. And then this one's going to get glued straight down onto the paper. And I'm going to kind of turn it just a bit. Okay. And then I need, oh, there's the little trees for sale. Now this is going to go right here and get popped up as well. Okay, let's put some dimensionals on this. Okay, and then let's grab some of our little red. We've got these tiny, I just saw them too. Oh, there they are. These little red rhinestone basic jewels. We're going to add some of those to it. Okay, like that. Let's get an inside brought out. Let's stamp, Let's stamp this tree on the inside. Just like that. Okay, and then we're going to also stamp the tree on the envelope. Okay. So there's our envelope, there's our inside. Let's get this finished up on the outside here. I'm going to put one there. I'm going to put one there. Okay, and then I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to go like this. Now, I'm not even counting how many I'm putting on there, but I think we'll be okay. At this point, I don't think it even matters. Let's put one closer up here to the top. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Boom. There we go. An odd number. So our center tree is going to be our more blinged out Christmas tree. Glue. Let's get this put on the inside. Thank you guys for throwing up all those hearts. I'm glad you guys are enjoying these. Now there's quite a few different sentiments you can put inside of here. I put you light up the season, so we can put Christmas greetings in the inside in there. So very merry. Again, I think I'm going to leave it alone and let you guys decide what kind of Christmas greetings you want to put in this, whoever wins this card. And yeah, here's our envelope with that. That is card number 3. Let me move some of this stuff out of the way so I can, now remember, this card is going to go to one of you lucky people who have shared this video. So card number 3 always gets a little dressed up, a little bit more dressed up. I mean, I thought all of tonight's cards were gorgeous, but again, like I said, I'm a little biased, but I just thought we needed all this prettiness going on today. Okay, so card number 3, card number 2, and then, card number one. I mean, they could have all been included in the category with the most blinged, beautiful stepped up card because they're all pretty um, gorgeous this time, I think. I think they're all like just kind of a standalone card. So, oh, good. I'm glad that you love them, you guys. Thank you so much for sticking with me. I know it has been a long 2 hours. We're right straight up on the dot. So, as always, you guys can come in. Like I said, give me a little bit. I have to upload this video. I will then put it over on the blog. You will see still photos, shopping list. Oh, thank you guys so much. Um, and they're all winners. You're amazing. Thank you guys so much. I have so much fun with this. And who can say that they truly love their job? You know, that's another thing that I always try to say when you join the team, you're, sitting at home making cards. Who can say that that's the tough life, right? Um, so, anyways, I will get everything, pictures, everything to put up on the blog along with the PDFs for these cards. So you guys can print those off, save them to your devices, and come back and make these cards for yourselves. All right, you guys, as always, have a great week. Remember, I will be live on Thursday. I'm doing my coffee and cards live over on YouTube now. That is at 12 p.m. Central Time on YouTube, Thursdays. So you can catch me there. I also will create a events page here on my Stampin' the Pink Barn business page. So you guys can go there. You can catch all of my events here on my business page also. So you always can know kind of what's going on. Hit that going button and you will always get little notifications and reminders, especially my in-person class. If you are anywhere near Tucson, Arizona, I would love you to come to my classes. They're always a good time. I do the same class twice a month. So I do it on a weekday or a weekend. Normally it's the second Sunday of the month or the third Thursday of the month. So if a weekday isn't good for you, then you can come on the weekend. The weekend is typically the one that a lot of my team members come to. So I just wanted to throw that out to you guys. Have a great night. Thank you guys. Bye.